What's up, y'all? It's your man G-Wade holding it down, G-Wade Podcast, here at Simply Connect ATL at the lovely Aloft Hotel. And you know how we do. We sit down and we talk to the stars and celebrities, a.k.a. the businessmen and women of Atlanta doing what they doing and holding it down, man. And I have with me Carnetta from Well Connected Funding. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Now, is this your first time here? Because I've not seen you before.
You have not seen me before. I am new to these events.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's my first time.
So are you behind the scenes when it comes to all this financial mortgage refinancing stuff?
I'm behind the scenes. I'm in front of the scenes. I'm on the side. I'm everything.
Okay. Now, you said that you are an originator. So what is the role of an originator?
So it's just a glorified term for a loan officer. So if you're interested in a mortgage, what you would do is you would come to me and we would have a consult.
Okay.
I just ask you some questions about what you're looking for in a home, questions about your financial status, and about how much home you think you can afford. And then we go through the process. I help you get pre-qualified so you know how much you can shop with. In some instances, I will get you with a realtor to help you find a house if you're needing one. And then we reach out for your homeowner's insurance. We handle all that in-house. When we just basically shop around for your rates and get you the best bang for your buck when you're buying a house. Okay.
And so when someone is looking for an originator or a loan officer, what is the steps? What is the process for that?
Normally, you can go on to any mortgage company website and do an application, and normally a loan officer will reach out to you.
Gotcha.
But with well-connected funding, we're more personal. So we guide you, we hold your hand, we give you white glove service because our customers are our most important part of our business.
Okay. Now, it's 2023. We about mid-year at this point. It's 2023. Is it a good year to buy?
I know that the rates are really high right now, but they're not higher than they were before the epidemic. Rates were a lot higher back then, so we're coming off the cusp of, a recession. Rates were low. They were basically giving homes away. So no, you're not going to get a 2% interest rate anymore, but a 6% rate is not that bad. Mm-hmm. And in most cases, when you're working with a brokerage, we can get you a better rate than if you were to go to a traditional mortgage company like your Amerisaves or a Chase Bank.
Gotcha.
Because we have the ability to actually shop your rate around.
And so what should a prospect have in hand when they are ready to move forward with the home purchasing?
You definitely want to have some funds to close in your account. You also want to make sure that you're able to provide us your 2 most recent check stubs or tax returns if you're self-employed. Okay. We really just need to make sure we're able to verify your income and for you to have kind of like a house in mind or a range that you want to be in. And we'll do our best to make that work for you.
And so right now in Georgia, homes are averaging in that mid 300,000 range.
Yeah, they are.
Is there a forecast to see not only just the home prices go down, but about the interest rates?
The interest rates right now are not going to go down anytime soon. They are getting better though.
Okay.
So whereas before, if somebody came to me with a 620 score, I would have to give them like a 7.5 interest rate. Okay. We can get you somewhere in the 6s.
Okay. Now, what if somebody is looking to refinance?
With the refinance, it's a lot easier. It's not solely based on your credit score. So even if you don't think that you're able to refinance, maybe you don't have the funds, we could probably still swing some for you, get you a little bit of cash out, help you do some renovations with your home. So there are tons of options, so don't limit yourself.
Should one be looking for a new home, a used home, or previously owned home, or like a foreclosure?
So yes, you can do a foreclosure. Now those do take a little bit longer.
Okay. Now why so?
Because you have to negotiate with the bank. That holds the property.
Because who holds it? Gotcha.
So that process is a little bit longer. But we definitely do investments. We do refinances and purchases. So if you already own a home and you want to start investing in property, we have loans for you. And it's not based off your income and it's not necessarily based off your credit score, but it's based off the income that home can bring you. So why not do it?
So single family or multi-unit property, what would you recommend or suggest when someone comes to you for that?
As far as an investment?
Yeah.
I mean, what the market is now, it doesn't really matter whether you get a single family or a duplex. But
really, now why so? Why is that?
I mean,
because everybody's boasting multifamily unit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they're not a lot. If you can find one, that's great. And it probably would be best if you could find one because you could stay in one of the units yourself and rent out the other one. So essentially free rent. So, I mean, that's what I would do if I was doing an investment property. But also the single-family homes are renting like hotcakes. So you really can't go wrong with an investment, whether it's a multi-unit or a single-family home.
Okay. Now, I've heard recently that the Airbnbs and Verbos are having some trouble right about now.
They are?
Something like that I've kind of recently heard where, did they say... I can't remember if it was some kind of issues going on with it, in terms of financing and keeping them, whatever it is that deals with that. Is an Airbnb a good investment?
If you already own your home and you've lived in that home over a year or two, and you want to change that home, the problem probably is that you're using it as a mixed-use home.
Yeah.
So getting financing for that is a little bit harder. Because you're basically saying, I will live in this home and I'm also using it for a business. So sometimes financing for that is a little bit harder. You'd be better off going just for an investment if you're strictly just doing an investment. If you're using it to rent it out or do your Airbnbs, it's better to just do it as an investment property rather than like a purchase.
Okay. And so I guess when approaching that, there's a different path that's taken when home ownership versus investment. There's a different strategy to that. So what's the different strategies?
It's not necessarily a different strategy, but the requirements are a little bit different.
Okay.
You have to have a higher down payment, normally about 20% down.
When it comes to investments, okay.
When you're doing investments. So it's normally 20% down. They normally want you to have owned a home or be a current renter, a landlord, and have that experience with renting, because you have to be able to know if you're not able to keep that tenant in there, how you're going to cover your payments.
Yeah.
So they are looking for people with that experience before they lend out those loans for investments. Whereas purchase, you can get it as low as 3% down if you're doing conventional. There are down payment assistance programs that you can get, and those are basically based off of your income, your reserves, and your credit history. Whereas an investment is not necessarily based off those things.
Okay. Now, what's more advantageous, single family home or condo?
Listen, I think that's to each his own.
Okay.
I would probably do a condo.
Now, okay, so that's a personal preference. Now, why is that a personal preference?
I mean, because, like I said, in the market that we're in now, you're gonna get the money out of your home if you're using it to, like you said, do your Airbnb or whatever the case is. I mean, condos are good. Single family homes, they're not really. I think it's just a personal preference on what type of home you're gonna get.
City living or suburbs?
Basically, that's your choice that you have to make.
Still, same thing goes with that.
Yeah, same. It's your personal choice. I like the suburbs, but ain't nothing good. I can go out in the country, sit on the back porch, and watch the stars because you can actually see them out there.
There you go.
So I mean, it's to each his own.
Okay. Now, so if people want to find out more about you and Well Connected, what do they do? Where do they go? How do they find you guys?
Okay, so you can go online to www.wellconnectedfunding.com. If you have questions, you can send me an email directly at cclark, that's CCLARK, at wellconnectedfunding.com. And you can always give us a call, 678-282-7683. That's
what's up. Well, Carnetta, I certainly appreciate you sitting down and sharing your wealth of knowledge with us and our listeners here at Simply Connect ATL and on the G-Wade podcast. And, keep doing what you guys are doing because, let me ask you this question. 2024, is there a forecast? What do we see? What's around the corner?
What do we see or what do we hope?
What do we see? And then I guess, I know what we hope. So what do we see? Are we going to crash? Is there a bubble? Is there a recession? Is it illumined?
I think the housing market will be stable for a couple more years.
Okay.
Personally, I don't think rates are going to go down. I think they are going to continue to increase because we are seeing some type of stability in the economy.
Okay.
And the prices of these homes, I don't see them depreciating or going down anytime soon. No, I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, but if they do, I'm getting me a house.
Hey. Now, once again, where can people find you guys?
They can find us at www.wellconnectedfunding.com. You can email me directly at cclark@wellconnectedfunding.com, or you can always call at 678-282-7683.
That's what's up. Y'all know what it is. It's your man G-Way holding it down. G-Way Podcast. Simply Connect ATL right here, sitting with the stars and celebrities, a.k.a. the businessmen and women of Atlanta, doing what they do. Y'all know what it is. Don't go nowhere.